My dear students of class 8A and 8B, welcome to my class. Today, the teaching of the same lesson which was going on, I am going to explain you the same points once again for your better understanding. The decline of the Mughals and the rise of the independent regional kingdoms. You know, during the time of weak successors of Aurangzeb, after the death of Aurangzeb, the weak successors who came to power were unable to rule properly, and by taking these advantages, some local rulers declared themselves independent. You know, Bengal was one of the richest provinces of the Mughal dynasty. The time when Aurangzeb remained busy by fighting against the Marathas at Deccan, and the policy adopted he, the policy of Deccan gave him a big trouble, and he appointed Murshid Quli as the governor of Bengal under such circumstances where there was no revenue coming from Bengal. Although Bengal was the great province for revenue and taxes from peasants and farmers, but there was none to pay the taxes. Under such circumstances, Murshid Quli Khan was made the governor of Bengal by Aurangzeb. But Murshid Quli properly sent revenues from Bengal until Aurangzeb was alive. But after the death of Aurangzeb, his weak successors were unable to crush the influence of the nobles. So they took all advantages, and some of the important states also declared themselves independent or about to do it. Murshid Quli also took its advantage. He also declared himself independent, and then he established his control in his state, Bengal, and introduced a good system of administration. A number of policies also he framed for the development of administration, for the development of the people, for the development of agriculture, and for strengthening the economic stability of the country. He introduced a strict administration, so people were forced to pay taxes and revenues in time. And by this way, Bengal became a famous center of agriculture, famous center of economy, famous center of uh, powerful economy. That's why the time when his son-in-law came to power, Sujauddin also followed the same technique, same method, same policy of his father-in-law, Mr. Murshid Quli. After Sujauddin's death, his son, Sarfaraz Khan, did not follow the footsteps of his father or grandfather, but he antagonized the nobles, and he always remained busy in the Rang Mahal and allowed and called and got it and got the Baijis or the dancer of Lucknow and other important places called and watched their dances on the floor. And that's why the rule of Sarfaraz Khan was not a rule. He led a very luxurious life, but by taking these advantages, Alivardi Khan, who was appointed governor of Patna by Sujauddin Khan once, that very person was asked to be the Nawab of Bengal by Haji Ahmed, the elder brother of Alivardi Khan and other nobles of Murshidabad. So Alivardi immediately agreed. He was agreed to be the Nawab of Bengal because he belonged to Uttar Pradesh. He came to Bengal in search of his fate, whether he was able to make it, but he realized that it was a golden opportunity for him. He accepted the proposal of his elder brother Haji Ahmed Khan and other nobles, declared war against Sarfaraz Khan. Both of them met at Giria and Sarfaraz Khan was killed. He was defeated and killed by Alivardi. Alivardi ascended the throne as the Nawab of Bengal and ultimately proved himself that he was one of the eminent and efficient Nawabs of Bengal. And ultimately, the people of Bengal became rich, prosperous during his rule. Alivardi also felt that in order to strengthen the economic stability of his state, he must establish good relationships with local traders, with European traders. That's why he established cordial relationship with European traders and other traders. But at the same time, he also he was conscious of the military presence of the Europeans. That's why he took initial he took precautionary measures against the Europeans so that they must not become a threat of the state. So after the death of Alivardi Khan, his grandson Sirajuddaulah became the Nawab of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. But his incapability, his unskilled nature, his technique and method, which was not like a efficient ruler, the plotting which was going on against him, he could not understand its negativity and allowed them to do it. He did not like to suppress them so that the plotting which was started against his name could be finished, nipped, could be done, nipped in the bud, but he was unable to do it. And hence, Mirzafar established a cordial relationship with British East India Company, and in the Battle of Plassey in the year 1757, British East India Company won the battle and Nawab Sirajuddaulah was defeated and ultimately he was killed. So this is the fate of the state Bengal. And next one, Ayod. Ayod was a state, my dear students. Ayod was a state, it was at the time when Ayod was not powerful. The state was not powerful. Economic stability was not good condition. Economic condition was not good. Right that moment, some of the important cities of Ayod, like the cities Ayod, like Varanasi, Ayodhya, Faizabad, Lucknow, and these were the states were part of Uttar Pradesh, the state Uttar Pradesh. And right that moment, Muhammad Shah appointed Sadat Khan as the governor of the state. Sadat Khan, on being the governor, he concentrated towards the cause of improvement and development for that state. But after the death of Muhammad Shah, Sadat Khan became independent, and after the death of Sadat Khan, Sadat Khan's son-in-law Safdarjung ascended the throne. Safdarjung was before that Safdarjung was appointed the governor. Safdarjung was appointed the governor of Ayod. Safdarjung, under the two Nawabs, Ayod witnessed a remarkable development in all fields. The capital of Ayod was Lucknow. Lucknow also became a center of art, architecture, and cultural development. Everywhere there was there was a good system of, you know, efficiency, good system of efficient administration. Lucknow also had become a great center of Delhi, so great center of center of fashion and culture, art and architecture, cultural value and cultural improvement, upliftment also had become a great factor for the growth and development of Ayodhya. So Ayodhya became a center at the time when the architectural work was supposed to be improved. It was due to the effort of Safdarjung, the capital of Ayodhya, Lucknow, witnessed a remarkable architecture. The Boro Imambara was constructed. The Boro Imambara was constructed, proved its architectural value, design, and afterwards, the same technique and method was followed by the Boro Imambara, and another one Imambara also was constructed in the district, in the state Murshidabad, following the same architecture, same style of Boro Imambara of Lucknow. So this is the history of Ayodhya, my dear students. Now Hyderabad. Hyderabad was a state. Mir Kamaruddin was appointed as the noble by whom? By Mughal Emperor Farrukhsiyar. But after the death of Farrukhsiyar, Muhammad Shah suggested him to cross the growing influence of Said brothers. Who were Said brothers? Said brothers were the kingmakers. But the growing influence of Said brothers created various problems. That's why Muhammad Shah suggested him to cross the power of the Said brothers. So Mir Kamaruddin started plotting against them and crossed their powers. Ultimately, they were killed. Mir Kamaruddin strengthened its economic stability. Everywhere there was a good system. Everywhere people cooperated with the state. They paid taxes and revenues in time. Mir Kamaruddin engaged himself in the work of development, in the work of better improvement. That's why Mir Kamaruddin made the state Hyderabad a powerful one. And the time when Mir Kamaruddin came to power, there was none to challenge the authority of Mir Kamaruddin. Hyderabad became a great center of art and architecture. It was due to the effort of Mir Kamaruddin. Everywhere there was a system of protecting the integrity of the state from being invaded by foreign aggression. That's why Mir Kamaruddin introduced a good system of administration, a good system of spies network. He appointed so many spies and collected information from there, and by this way the state Hyderabad became a great center of not only art and architecture but a great center of military assistance of the soldiers. The soldiers who were duly trained by Mir Kamaruddin, they all were assisted, they all were looked after by Mir Kamaruddin. Since Mir Kamaruddin himself was a great military commander, military general, good fighter, good strategist. That's why uh, he encouraged his army to be well disciplined, sincere, and alert. That's why Hyderabad became a great center who could protect themselves from any attack of foreigners or any attack of other rulers up to this my question. Thank you.